Good morning, it's race day and it's about 6:15 in the morning. Our departure is at 6:30. Unfortunately, as you can see, it is a little wet out. However, when I woke up, it looked like it was pouring, and it's not raining right now. Keep our fingers crossed. A little cold, but I got a lot of layers on. Wish I could have my team in training on the outside, but it's a little snug, so we'll keep it on the inside. But you can see my topper right here. Does anyone know what that is? It's the state bird. It's a cardinal. Yeah, and that's it. We're really excited. Like I said, I just wish it was a little nicer out, but excited to get started and to finish the race, or the ride. Bye. Well, I made it. We just climbed the first climb, about an 800-foot climb. All those switchbacks, if you remember yesterday, I went about halfway up, and then I stopped. And I'm a little emotional right now. It's a lot. And just seeing the lake behind me, if you can see it, just very inspirational. And this is actually called Inspiration Point, so it's very fitting. You can see the sun has come out. There's blue skies. No, not raining anymore, but I'm a little wet. My socks are kind of wet. Luckily, my one teammate lent me this nice yellow thing. And I think, there you go, you can see me a little bit better. And there are some nice mountains. So I think we're only about 15 miles in, which means we have about 85 more to go. But I was told this is the toughest climb, so if I can do this, I can do the rest of it. So let me just give you a little glimpse of what I'm seeing. You can see, it's so awesome that it cleared up, because just an hour ago, probably even just a half an hour ago, it was raining and you couldn't see very far. And let's see if we can zoom in on some of the cyclists. You know what, I'm not going to do that. But thanks again. Bye. Hello! So we're at rest stop number 2. It's about 30 miles into the race ride. I keep saying race. I think it's about 9:30, so we're averaging, I think with the hills and stops, about 10 miles an hour. But again, we've probably stopped for about half an hour of that. Let's see. So we went up that big hill before, and remember, what goes up must come down. So the last 15 miles have been pretty nice. We had a few uphills, but a lot of downhills. A little scared at first to really zoom down them, but you know, the speed is really nice. And the sun is back out. It went away for a little bit, and my toes are freezing, and I'm scared. I don't want to take my shoes off because I'm afraid I won't get them back on, but I can feel them coming back. Now, you would think at most of these rest stops we have like granola bars and fruit and peanut butter and jelly, things like that. This one has something unique, a potato. So it's a red bliss potato, and they have all this salt, and I think they have salt out so that you stay hydrated. It makes you drink, and I love salt. So the potato is going to help me for the next 70 miles. You can see behind me, well, I don't think you can see too well, but before we were looking down at the water. Now we're pretty even with the water. And about 40 miles or so, 50 miles, I think that's when we go all the way back up. Okay. Hello again, we're at rest stop number 3, and we're about 47 miles in, and as you can see, it's starting to rain. The sun was out and it was looking really nice. I was like, I need to take my clothes off, and then it started raining again. And as much as I hate it, I had to face my fear, and right back there, use the porta potty. It wasn't a very good experience, but I did what I had to do, and I am ready to go out riding again. So we, around the lake is not 100 miles total. I think it's about 70, 72. So we had to do a little kind of out and back. So we went out, and now we have to ride back. And then I think the rest stop has lunch, which is good, because I'm getting hungry, and these bagels with peanut butter and jelly just aren't doing it. Okay, here we are. I'm with Tom. We just kind of stopped on the side of the road. We had a pretty big climb just now. And this is a really exciting moment because we're at 63.2 miles, and my longest mileage ever was 62. So it's really great to get to this point. Feeling very, 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 very tired, beginning to question whether I'll finish or not, but Tom is very confident in me and says I will do it. We still have to hit the really big climb, But once we do that, it's pretty much all downhill, which that's kind of my motivation at this point. But we're heading over to lunch, so I guess that's more of my motivation because everybody knows how much I love free food. And
everybody that knows Jen knows that she's gonna make it.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, okay, well thank you. So here we are, it's mile 70. This is the lunch stop. I was hoping to be here a little earlier. It's about, I think, like 2:20 right now. And we do have to be off the course by 5. So that leaves us 2 hours and 40 minutes to do the last 30 miles. I think the last 12 are predominantly downhill, so I think we can do that pretty quick. But we do have the 1,000-foot climb coming up. So I'm getting a little bit more and more nervous as time goes on because I really want to finish. But I think I'm going to head out in just a couple minutes so I can go. But as you can see here, it's just beautiful down here. We're at sea level now, but I will be, well, not sea level. I think we're about 6,000 and we're going to be going to 7,000. But this is called Kings Beach, and this is where our lunch is. And let me give you a little tour. So you can see the beach over here and the beautiful lake. And I just, you know, looking over at those mountains, I'm like, oh, I was up there. I think. I don't know at which point. And then if you read my blog, you might remember that I talked about water cycling. And look at this. Look what they have. We'll go to this one. So all of that training in the Bahamas paid off because that's what they do here in Tahoe. I almost forgot where I was. Zoom back out. So yeah, so that's about it for now. I'm gonna hit the road and hope to get done by 5. Okay, bye. So we're about mile 80-ish. I don't have my computer, and I went ahead. I went ahead of the other folks just because I know they have a little bit more endurance, and I need a little bit more time to finish. We're at the climb. It's about, let's say, an 8 or 9 mile climb. 1,000 feet. It's pretty gradual, but at 80 miles in, any climb does not seem gradual. I got, let's see, about an hour and a half to finish. I'm thinking if I can get up this in about an hour. Like I said, the last 12 miles I think is all downhill for the most part, so I'll just zoom down. That's probably one of my favorite parts right now. But I guess I shouldn't be talking and I should start pedaling. Okay. We did it. We made it up the hill. Despite 2 falls, I couldn't unclip in time, and I'm okay. And a little meltdown at mile 85. We're about mile 88 right now, so we made it to the top of the second climb, about 1,000 feet. And the next 12 miles, I think the next 7 miles is all downhill for the most part. And that's really exciting, especially because I'm not as nervous going down the hill, so I go pretty fast. And then after that, it's kind of, you know, rolling. So we're almost there.
Way to go, Jen.
Woo! Sorry, I'm a little emotional right now. We just completed it. I think I probably fooled you all a few times during my video clips. Made it seem like I wasn't going to make it. I thought myself I wouldn't do it. But we're here, and I got this great medal and this little pin that says I did 100. The last half mile was probably the toughest because I was hyperventilating because I was so excited. Sorry, it's a lot to take in. Thank you, for everything that you guys have all done. I couldn't have done this without you, without your, moral support, and also helping me raise almost $4,500 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. It's hard to believe that a year ago I had cancer, and now, just about 7 months later after treatment, I rode my bike 100 miles, and not just 100 miles. I rode it 100 miles around a lake that had a lot of mountains. That's pretty impressive, especially because this ride said it wasn't for beginners. So I'm totally patting myself on the back right now. So thank you for everything, and I hope that you've enjoyed my little video tour of everything. And what I'm going to do right now is help myself to some famous Amos cookies. They're so good. Thank you for everything. Bye.